Hey guys, so welcome back to Lombere Tactical. This is Eric Lombere, and today we're going to talk about my everyday carry for 2021. Now, we're going to kind of divide this over what I carry most often and what I carry sometimes, so that you understand, I'm not just putting things out here just to put them out here. These are things I actually do carry, and I'll detail kind of when I carry certain things as well. So let's start off with this. This is the M&P Shield. This is my primary everyday carry. It is unloaded, okay? So I carry this most often for a few reasons. It's slim, it's small, it's lightweight, and the Kydex holster that this one is, or that I have this one in, makes it very simple to put this on with a variety of clothes. I'll wear this with sweatpants, with joggers, workout clothes, jeans. I'll wear it with a suit. This fits a lot of attire, and that's why I carry this most often. Also, this is the gun I've had the longest, and I am most comfortable with it. I'm very confident that I can hit just about anything at many distances with this firearm. And that's just because I've been shooting it for so long. So because of that, it gives me confidence in the weapon, confidence in my skill set, and both of those things put together makes for something I'm willing to carry. Okay, so I only have one upgrade on this gun, and that's the sights. These are the TFX Pros. And you can see it has a orange front ring. It has windows up top for the fiber optic inserts, and it does have tritium inside as well in the front and back, so that these sights work in daylight as well as at nighttime. So for sight picture, these sights are excellent, and combined with this firearm and the way that I'm already comfortable with it, I mean, this is really kind of a perfect setup. Now, I will be making some changes to this soon. I do plan on getting the TLR light for the front here, and then when I do that, I will change out this holster for a holster that fits that light. So I will make an updated video once I do that. I will be getting that soon. Now let's go over a couple other things with this gun. So I do carry some defensive rounds. These are Underwood Extreme. I think these are Extreme Hunters. So they have these nice grooves in the bullet, and those grooves essentially allow the blood, when it's entering into your target, allow the blood to increase its velocity while the bullet is spinning. And that essentially makes the blood move faster, and it creates a larger wound cavity because this is a solid copper projectile, which means it doesn't expand. So it relies on that increased velocity of the blood to create the wound cavity. And this actually ends up making larger wound cavities than most hollow points of the same caliber. So this is by Underwood. I only carry Underwood or Lehigh ammo in all of my firearms for defensive purposes. I carry with an 8-round mag. This is the one that comes with the gun. And then I bought another 8-round mag as well, which is right here. And I don't always carry a spare magazine. I only carry the spare mag if I'm going to be in an area where maybe it's a crowded area, a lot of people, an area that I feel might be targeted by maybe an active shooter, or an unsafe place where I feel like, maybe crime is higher. Then I will carry an extra magazine in those scenarios. The holster that I have this in is made by Multi-Holsters. And I'll link everything that I can down below in the description, so be sure to check that out. They are Amazon links. But this holster is, for the magazine, is very slim. Seems a little thick here, but honestly, when I wear this with my clothes, it's not even noticeable. So, this holster for the gun, this holster for the magazine, fits most of my clothing. So I never really have any issues carrying this gun, which is why it's my primary choice for carry. Now let's go on to another gun that I carry. That's a big difference, isn't it? So this is the Chiappa Rhino 40DS. Let's go ahead and clear it. Okay. So safe direction, it's clear. Okay. This gun is awesome. Okay, it's chambered in .357 Magnum. It shoots down from the bottom cylinder, so that helps with recoil. It's a big gun, but it's a pretty slim design, which makes this gun actually surprisingly very comfortable to carry. However, of course, it's not as comfortable as the M&P Shield to carry, which is why I don't carry this as often. I do try to make it a point to carry it more often, and there's a couple of reasons for that. For one, the higher caliber gives me greater security in terms of threats that I might need to face if I need to shoot through maybe a vehicle or something like that, maybe shoot through a harder barrier. This is going to do a much better job than the 9mm, right? Now let's go over some of these features on this gun. So it has wooden grips. Wooden grips, these aren't my favorite grips. I prefer them to have some finger grooves, so I'll probably upgrade these grips in the near future. Chiappa does make a version of this wood grip with the finger grooves, and I think that will allow me for a better grip on this gun, because this wood, even though it has some texture here, it is a little slippery. It doesn't give you the best grip, but I do love this firearm. I think it's phenomenal. It comes with these fiber optic sights. It has green in the rear and red in the front, and I paired it with the Olight PL Mini 2. Okay, and this one is an awesome light for this gun for one reason, really. Where the rails are on this gun, they're pretty far from the trigger guard. Okay, so most lights, when you put them on here, they're not going to reach as far back to this trigger guard, but this one is adjustable. The PL Mini 2, it's on this rail system where you can change its length, and that's what makes this suitable for this gun. So essentially, you just put it where you want it to be at, you lock it, and this is ready to go. Now I can reach this with one hand very easily without needing to overstretch my index finger, and I'm just pressing down. So if I need to search with this firearm, it's easy for me to do. I'm not overextending. It's comfortable, and that's why I like to carry this gun. It's fantastic. Now, I typically carry my defensive rounds, obviously, and these are same type of bullets, Underwood Extreme Hunters, and they are in 357 Magnum, of course, right? Now, I carry them in a moon clip, primarily because it makes unloading this gun very easy whenever I want to take these out and put in target rounds. And then, again, same scenario. If I'm going to be going into an area that I feel is not safe for whatever reason, or if there's maybe some greater risk there, then I will carry some spare rounds here. Now, I typically just carry one, even though I have multiple of these speed loaders. Now, these ones are by Safariland. I will link these down below as well, so be sure to check that out. It does support the channel. But these are awesome because you essentially, when you put them in the gun, you just press here and it drops the bullets, versus like needing to twist as some other versions of these do. This, you just push and it releases. So I like these a lot. They're kind of uncomfortable to carry because you just have to put these in your pocket. There's of course speed loader holders, but they're bulky and I don't really like that. They don't essentially match my attire because I wear some slimmer clothing, and this is a bulky item alone, and then if you put this into another bulky holster, it's just going to stick out a lot. So I typically just put this in a pocket of mine whenever I carry it. And then the holster that I have is it's by Multi Holsters. It's a custom holster made specifically for the Chiappa with this Olight light on it. Okay, so this is molded to it and it fits perfectly. It's an awesome holster, and this is a very big holster, but again, surprising how this conceals very well. It's a good design. Now, this holster has different areas where you can move these clips around if you wanted to adjust it to the angle and fit that you like. This is what it came with in terms of its positioning, and I just kept it like that. I just adjusted these screws to kind of fix the tension because it is an awkward, hold with the flashlight and with this gun. So I just kind of adjusted the tensions of these over time to make sure I got a good fit. But this is a fantastic carry. I recommend this gun highly. Very little recoil because of the barrel shooting on the lower cylinder. And it makes shooting 357 Magnums very easy a very accurate firearm. I do trust my life with this one, which is why I carry it. And I do try to carry this one, like I said, more often as of recently, just because I want to, especially because with the 9mm rounds, this round is actually compressed a little bit. The bullet went into the chamber, and that's because when you unload and reload the gun, every time you do that, it's pressing on the bullet a little bit. So I'm going to have to take this bullet apart. I'm going to do that to the first couple in the magazine. Take the bullet apart and reload it. Make sure it's the right length because this is dangerous. And the Chiappa, obviously, doesn't have that issue, right? You're not jamming or slamming these bullets into anything. They're just in the cylinder. So that's another reason why I like to carry this. It's more reliable in that sense too, a little bit safer. Now let's go into the belt that I use, which is the most important part of carrying any firearm, really. So this one here, this is what I use. I'm sure you've seen this before. It's by Core Essentials. Now this is the model that I got. It's the tan leather with the buckle that looks normal, so it's kind of inconspicuous. I wear a lot of suits, and I need to have a belt that is able to match a suit, which is why I got this. And this matches, obviously casual clothes as well, so it works for me. But they have a lot of other different styles, different widths also, the belts. I went for the thinner one, but the thicker belts, of course, can carry more weight. So depending on what you're carrying, you can fit this to your needs. Now this belt has a little latch here, and it's just on the bottom. You just press up, and then that releases the belt. This belt has a track system inside, and that track system allows you to adjust this belt perfectly. So you essentially just push it in, and that ratcheting is on the inside here, where the belt is just adjusting on these little increments here. So it allows for a very specific tight fit that is easily undone with this latch. So if you sit down, you need to loosen it a little bit, you can do it. If you stand up and you adjust your clothes, same thing, loosen it, adjust your clothes, retighten it. Very, very easy to do on the go. Love this belt, can't recommend it enough. This is an awesome belt. Anyone carrying should use a Core Essentials belt. Okay, the retention is awesome. Okay, it holds its form very well. And it carries my firearms no problem. So I just wanted to make sure I highlighted that. Now, a couple other items that I carry from time to time will be this knife and that flashlight. Okay, so I don't always carry these, but again, if I'm going to be maybe out for a while and I know it's going to get dark, and I might be, maybe if I'm traveling, then I will definitely carry this flashlight. And I don't normally just keep it in my pocket. If anything, I'll keep it in my car. So this isn't something that I always carry on me. Even when I do bring it with me, it'll either be in a bag or it'll be in my car. But this is the Olight Warrior X Pro. It is a phenomenal flashlight. This thing shoots out very far. I think it goes out about, I forget how many meters. It's either hundreds or maybe 1,000 meters. I forget how far this goes, but very far. Nice thick build to it, sturdy, and it has a nice bezel in the front, so you can act as a defensive weapon. Extremely bright. I think it's around 1,200 lumens. It just has you can lightly press this and it'll turn on, or you can, for momentary on and off, or you can hard click it and it'll turn on. So you notice it goes from different bright levels. So if I light press it, it's the lower brightness. And if I hard press it, it gets brighter. So this is a very cool light. It's rechargeable. It has the nice just on and off, simple to use button back here. And it even has, I can't show you right now, but essentially if you turn this light on, it has a little luminescence in the inside here, a little ring that kind of charges with the light, and at nighttime this glows green, so it's easier to see it at nighttime as well. If you maybe put the flashlight down, you can find it in the dark just because it'll be glowing in the dark. So I'll link this down below as well. I highly recommend this light. I love this light actually. And this knife, same thing. If I'm going camping, if I'm going on a longer trip, Sometimes I just leave this in my car, you know, just as an extra safety precaution, but I don't typically carry it on me. Same thing with the flashlight. I'll have it in a bag or just in my car. So I like this a lot because it does have a window breaker, and this is made by Benchmade, and this is the I forget the model of this. This is, see, the blade is an S30 an S30V by Benchmade. I think it's called the Velation. I think that's what they call this model, this particular model here. The grip here is kind of a tacky grip, similar to, I would say similar to like a chalkboard kind of. It has a little bit of a rough material. But you know, it gives for very good grip. It has nice grooves on the inside here for your grip. Like I said, it has the window breaker back here, so that's a good thing to keep in your car. It has serrations, and you know, it's very sharp. And I've used this a lot. I've sent it to Benchmade, I think 2 or 3 times to warranty it. So you know, it comes with lifetime warranty, lifetime sharpening services. So they'll sharpen it for me. All I have to do is pay for shipping. So I do that from time to time. I use this a lot. As you can see, it's kind of beat up. Probably time to get a new one soon, or at least maybe change the blade soon. But this has a lock back here, so you can just lock it, and that just helps make sure that this isn't going to kind of come back on your fingers if you're doing maybe some heavier cutting with this. It is an assisted opening, so you just have to barely touch this and it opens. So very, very nice knife, high quality blade. And like I said, I use this just from time to time, not all the time in terms of carrying it, but even around the house I use this a lot, which is why it has so much wear on the blade. So anyways, that is my EDC for 2020, or 2021 I mean. And again, everything that I can list down below will be listed down below, so be sure to check out those links. They do help out the channel. If you like the video, be sure to like it, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. And thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you at the next one.